How you doing, everybody? This is Bill Hoy. Back with another video. I'm sure I'll be doing many, so just move on. My YouTube title of my YouTube channel is What in the World is Going On 1. The one, I guess, I made it like 2 years ago. My daughter helped me make it. I guess we had to put a 1 in there for some reason, I guess, because somebody already has it or whatever. It really doesn't matter too much to me what the title is. What matters is the content that I'm putting out. And today I'm gonna, I did a little intro on my YouTube channel here, and I got some other videos out there that I made on my phone too about climate engineering, what about natural law, and one titled I Want to Be Free, and I'll try to see if I can pull them up and get them on here. But what I want to talk about is our situation here on this planet is very dire, folks, and one of the biggest reasons why it's so dire is because we don't follow natural law. Natural law is a universal principle. It's inherent in the universe. Natural law is in effect whether we follow it or not. And natural law governs the consequences of our behaviors. And it is a factual equation that any comprehensive look in history will show you, and if you're able to objectively and comprehensively look at just here, from the United States, here in the United States, how we've become a completely immoral and less free society, much less free. I mean, the direct sum of morality in a society is proportionately equal. It's equal to the amount of freedom in that society, and vice versa. Freedom is directly proportionate with morality. It is a factual equation. All you have to do is look at the level of moralities and how they decreased, and of course the freedoms decreased in societies like Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union and China, communist China, in the past and even now. China's a nightmare. China's a nightmare for all you people all you Americans that think that China's the place to be. You go ahead, and of course with this now, at this time, there's a coronavirus going around there, so maybe people aren't thinking too much how they want to go live in China. But prior to that, for any of you who think that China's the place to be, go live there. You'll quickly find out. Natural law is a set of universal principles. It's in the preamble of the U.S. Constitution. It talks about how our rights are immutable, inalienable birthrights endowed by creation. That's natural law, folks. That's natural law. Natural law is immutable, meaning it cannot be changed, cannot be altered. It's also inalienable or unalienable. It's meaning no matter where you go, not just here in the United States, not just in the world, but in the universe. Natural law is in effect for beings of higher capability intelligence on Mars, on Jupiter. It's the same thing. It's a universal law. And we don't work to apply this in our lives. And that's the primary reason why our human species is literally on the brink of extinction, and we're more than likely going to take the entire web of life with us. And that's another thing, this planet, creation. What is creation? Creation is, you could say, God. You could say, the ecosystems and the feedback loops on our planet. And creation is much higher than us. Creation is much higher than human beings. And this planet, creation is gonna, natural law is eventually gonna do away with us. And unfortunately, this planet's probably gonna have to clear off all life on it to start over again. This planet's been here for billions of years, folks. More than likely, it'll be here for many more. But we don't follow natural law. Instead, we want human laws. We want man's law. Why? Because we're afraid. We're afraid. We're fearful. We're like small children. Got a book here by Edward Bernays. It's called Propaganda. This is a good one. Bernays talks about in this book that there's a shadow government behind these politicians. And people just buy into all politics and human laws as the way we have to live our lives, and it's not, folks. And once again, natural law is in effect, and the people behind the curtain that are controlling these politicians, I guess I would say bankers and corporate, big corporate owners and these religionists, these people in the Vatican, the royals, these people that know and understand natural law and they know how to get around it. These people get around the consequences of natural law by getting other people to do their dirty work for them. That's how they get around these consequences. Because, excuse me, our behavior has consequences. It's our behaviors that either bring a society that's moral and free, or a society that's enslaved and violent and evil. And that's what we have. And that's what government is, folks. Government is a belief system. It's a religion. It's a belief in a person's mind that human beings have the right to rule over other human beings. And it's wrong. No human being has the right to rule over another human being. That's completely that's a completely antagonistic to natural law. No one has the right to rule over me. No one has the right to demand taxes from me, which is really just extortion fees. Nobody has a right to demand my hard-earned resources from me. Nobody has that right. Nobody has the right to tell me what I can and cannot do with my own body. Nobody has the right to tell me what I can and cannot ingest into my own body, have on my own person. Nobody has that right. Nobody has that right. Nobody has the right to take away my means of self-defense with a firearm. Nobody has that right. And unfortunately, folks, that's not what we have here. Here in America and in the world. We have a society of people that think it's perfectly okay for human beings to make laws and then engage in violence against other human beings who don't obey those laws. It's another thing, the whole idea that obedience is a virtue. Obedience is absolutely not a virtue. Blind obedience is absolutely not a virtue. Absolutely not. It's a curse. Adherence of behaviors with natural law is what brings morality and freedom to a society. Not government. Government is violence, folks. That's what it is. You strip it all the way down to its bare bones, that's what it is. It's violence. Doesn't matter whether you're in China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, England, France, or the United States. Government is violence. Some members of certain countries' governments are more violent than others. But government is violence. And natural law is completely in opposition to the belief in government, to militaries. Folks, the founding fathers warned us against having a standing military and allowing a military to grow within our midst. Militaries are not purveyors of freedom, they're oppressors of freedom. And all militaries are killing machines, but the United States military just happens to be the largest and most active right now, committing the most atrocities on our planet. And these order followers, these soldiers, are the ones carrying out the actions. You know, people say, oh, it's Bush, it's Obama, it's Hillary Clinton, it's Trump. No, it's you, order follower. It's you carrying out these activities. You're the one who's putting yourself in danger to reap the consequences of natural law in the physical world and in the spirit world. And we're going to talk a lot about this stuff, folks. I'm just kind of getting warmed up. I just started able to get these videos here on YouTube, and I'm just trying to think here how much time. Let's see. But I'm going to continue talking about natural law and our environment and our freedoms, and we got to wake up, folks. We got to wake up, and we got to wake up real fast. We don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. And you know, it's really sad. It's really sad. So I guess this is kind of just another intro video, I guess I'll say. So I'll just cut out and we'll continue keeping on making the videos. Alright, see you later.